Hey, I'm Jordy. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about the Mosko Moto hood tank bag. Um, Super happy with the Mosko Moto hood tank bag, as well as a bunch of their riding gear, their jacket and their pants, which I'm making a separate video on all my riding gear, so check that out. But I wanted to make a video on Mosko just to sort of call attention to this brand, their products, because I like to highlight brands that do a great job, not only with their product, but with customer service as well. And I'm sure I'll mention this in my riding gear video, but the customer service, Silky at Moscow, has been super helpful to me in picking out my riding gear and always getting things shipped out quickly and efficiently. And so I'm just really impressed with Moscow and the quality of their products and the quality of their service. And the hood tank bag is one of those products. I've been using it for a couple months now, and I love it. I'll be honest, when I first got it for my Suzuki DR650 with the Acherbys 6-gallon tank, I was concerned about it fitting. I got it and sort of sat it on top of my tank and thought, wow, this is just not going to work. It seemed like it was huge and would be really awkward. But I went through the process of attaching it, and I mean, I love it. It doesn't really get in my way at all. And I love it. It's waterproof. It holds everything I want it to hold, and it couldn't be easier to install, really. And it's super easy to take off and take with you if you don't want to leave it somewhere. So let me show you a little bit more about it. The Mosko Moto hood tank bag. This is the first version, first generation. I think they just recently came out with a second generation that I think it just updated the clasp, the way it closes shut. But I'll show you this one, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay. The Mosko Moto hood tank bag, first generation. I think they've recently come out with their second generation, which I believe changed maybe the clasp or something around. You'd have to look online. I forget exactly what they said they changed on it, but I don't think it's changed tremendously. There's a lot of tank bags on the market. I chose this one for all of its cool features, which I'll get into, but I also just really liked the look of it. It matched up my particular bike really well. My bike's mostly all black, and it is pretty much all black and gray, and I thought it just really matched up with the whole bike really well. So I was attracted to the look and to the features. So one cool thing, speaking of features, is I've got this power supply coming off my battery, coming off the front here, and it can connect in through the hood tank bag to a USB port in there. And that product is made by GV. There's a GV 3-port USB port in there. You can follow this wire. There's a hole right here going into the hood tank bag by design. That's cool. There's this outer shell, and then there's like an inner compartment. And so the wire comes up through the outer shell and then into the inner compartment. And here you can see my USB port. GV. USB port, 3 USBs. So that's really cool. But let's go back to this tank bag. First of all, I wanted to make mention of, I have not even used this yet. I need to put it on because I really do want to start using it. This is the additional cell phone attachment holder. I've been using my quad lock RAM with a vibration dampener on it, which has been nice, but obviously it doesn't provide any weather protection. And so for this trip, Florida to Argentina, could be rain. It's definitely going to be rain at times, but there's definitely going to be a lot of dirt and dust. And so obviously the quad lock mount, the RAM mount, won't provide me with much protection, whereas this will. This thing's super cool. So this cell phone attachment goes onto the top of the bag by way of like a MOLLE attachment. You can see these Velcro straps. Those will just strap through each of these. Very easy, very simple. Boom. Put that on there. And then you've got this top protective cover. This can actually come off. You can see there, I could pull that off. Here is, my cell phone is in there. It's the large iPhone. There's a hole right here in the top of the plastic sheathing so you could actually touch the phone and make it turn on. This opens up here, and you simply slide your cell phone in there. Cell phone's in there, close that over, safe and secure. Really cool. Great design, great implementation. I think that's really cool. I'm going to start using that. Okay, another really cool feature is just the way you get in and out of it. I mean, there's no zippers, nothing to really get messing around with, get stuck, get jammed. It's just a simple clasp. Open that, and boom. If you got your riding gloves on, if you're at a stoplight and you want to get in there real quick, it's really easy, even with your riding gloves. You can get in there right away. How does this mount? That's also really easy. There's 4 straps, so that goes down to the frame, and there's buckles, so you don't have to totally detach it from the frame. You can just unclasp these buckles and quickly remove this if you got valuable stuff in there and you want to take the whole the bag off with you when you go inside somewhere. Here's the one on the other side. And this is mounted via a zip tie. You can see the zip tie right here. They come with really large heavy-duty zip ties, so that's zip tied onto the frame. And here is the buckle. You can just quickly unclasp that and take the whole bag off. And then at the top, this also goes onto the frame. There's a buckle here and a buckle here, and then it goes down around the frame. And then there's a top strap also that holds it in place. So that's really cool. And that has a buckle on it, but you just undo these two, and then this top strap will hold it in place if you take the bag off. So super cool, super easy. The installation was really quite easy. The only thing that you have to really kind of do is end up cutting off some of these straps to length for your bike, and then you want to melt the end of the strap because, to protect it from fraying, so just melt off the end of the strap a little bit. So looking inside, oops, stuff falling out. As I said, I've got the USB port. It comes with 2 Velcro inside wallet style holders, which I really, really like. This one has all of my travel documents in it, my passport, my international driver's license, my vaccination cards, everything. Very convenient. Little straps to hold pens and stuff in place on the outside. Really convenient. There's another one on the other side. This one I have opened up. You can see slots for credit cards. Zippered compartment on this side. Can hold change or keys or whatever you might want to put in there. The other one is slightly different on the inside, but similar. Okay. This thing's pretty big. I've got a lot of stuff in there. I've got like a brake holder. This is a gas tank filter that I may or may not use, fuel filter. I've got my wallet in there, Pelican wallet. I've got a bottle of glasses cleaner and the lens cloth. I've got a lock in there. I've got a tire gauge pressure checker. And what I really like is I often take my hat off and just jam my hat in there. Easily fits a cap, and then close it back up, and boom, there you go. Easily open it up, grab your hat out, take your helmet off, grab your hat out, and you're good to go. So that's the Hood tank bag. Waterproof, really easy to use, looks really nice, really happy with it. I like supporting companies that have great service and people. I've spoken on the phone with Mosko once or twice, to Silky, and she was really helpful to me, really supportive, so I'm a big fan. Thank you, Mosko. I've bought some other products from them. The big products are I bought my jacket and my riding pants from them. I have a separate video on all of my riding gear, so you can check that out and hear more about my riding gear in that video. But I've also bought some smaller things like their toe straps, not toe straps, they're tie-down straps. They're heavy-duty tie-down straps, and then they're lighter straps. The lighter straps I'll bring with me and have just in case I want to strap something down on top of this case or anything happens, just to have some lightweight straps to be able to use. And they look fine. They look nice, lightweight straps, kind of like this. kind of strap with the clasps on them, the buckles. So those I think will be good to have as backup security, just something good to have on hand. I also bought their heavy duty tie down straps, and those are really, really heavy duty. I don't think I'm going to bring them with me because they're really heavy duty. They're heavy and they're bulky and they're quality construction for sure. So I don't think I'll bring them though, because they're just too big and bulky and heavy. I've also bought a cable lock from them, like a rope cable lock that's really nice as well. I brought the smaller one, and it seems plenty strong, but also nice and low profile, packs down nicely, isn't heavy. So I'm very happy with that. So overall, I've just had great experiences with Mosko, and I'm really happy with them. And like I said, I'll talk more about the riding gear, my jacket and pants in the other video. I've also bought, I just ordered a jersey with the long sleeve that comes down with like a thumb hole, so you can put your thumb through the end of the jersey so that it stays in place on your arm. I'm really excited to get that. And I also bought their merino wool hoodie as a sort of warmer layer to go underneath my jacket, underneath the Mosko Moto basilisk jacket. So I've bought a fair amount of products from Mosko, and I'm very happy with all of them. So just wanted to make this video show a little bit more about the Hood tank bag, and also speak a little bit about the quality of their products, and say thank you to Mosko. I bought all the products myself, but thank you, Mosko, for making great products, and I'm really happy to support your company and to own your products. So I think that will end this video. If you have any questions or comments on this stuff, post below and I'll try to answer your questions. But this is what I'm using to take me from Florida to Argentina. I have all the confidence I need that this will get me to Argentina, will stay waterproof. It's really solid on there. I'll say one other thing. When I bought this, because this is on a Cherubies 6-gallon fuel tank. So when I got it home and I kind of sat it on top of the gas tank and looked at it, I thought, holy smokes, I don't know if this is going to really fit, if I really like it. It seems too big and difficult. I mean, it does. So I can quickly unbuckle it and get at my gas cap. I just unbuckle it and then flip it over to get at my gas cap. And this stays shut nicely. Nothing comes falling out or anything. So, but when I first got it, I thought, man, might not work for me. It seems really big and kind of awkward, but I'm totally used to it. It's not big or awkward at all. I really, really love it. It doesn't get in my way. And like I said, it's so easy to get in and out of, which is what I really like the most. I can come to a stoplight, come to a stop sign, jump right in there, grab my hat out. If I park somewhere, it's just really convenient to use. So that's all I got to say about that. And thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. See you in the next video.